Even if this whole world is spinning in chaos, we remain grounded and not lose sight of what it means to be a human being. Hello everyone, it's Jason. I'm a teacher in the Quantum School of Zen and have been practicing Zen for over 27 years. In this video, I want to talk about the benefits of chanting meditation, how we can experience peace through chanting. Now, this may not be what you think. I decided to do this video from looking at all the recent events in this world. And it's pretty clear that this world is suffering. When you see the truth of the suffering in this world, what comes up for you? If we look at this suffering, we're going to experience this in different ways. Some of us may fall into a deep depression or sadness. Maybe we experience intense anger or anxiety. Maybe we become numb to all of these things. I don't think there's any escape from that. It's just part of our human condition. But if we are holding our experiences, if we're holding anger or anxiety or sadness, then we bring that on to others. We bring that on to our children, our partners, our loved ones, those we work with. And it just creates more suffering in this world. So even though there may not be an escape from this human experience, there is a way that we can digest these experiences, so it becomes strength and wisdom. Before I get into how chanting meditation can help us digest some of these experiences, I want to share a technique with you that you can use right now in the moment when you are experiencing intense anxiety or stress. Now, this is a technique that I found online that has been backed by science. Now, if you're interested in the science of this, I'll put a link down below so you can check it out. But basically, it's a very simple breathing technique where you do a double inhale and a long and strong exhale. So let me demonstrate this for you. So do that a few times until the stress or anxiety has been relieved. Another technique my son and I have tried right before bed is the 4-7-8 breathing technique. If you're interested in that, I'll put a link down below so you can check that out. There are many different reasons why people do chanting meditation, especially in different religions. Some people might not call it chanting. Maybe they call it prayer or hymns. I know in Buddhism, in some traditions, one reason why some Buddhists chant is to change an outside circumstance. So, for example, maybe you would like to create peace in this world. So some people will do certain kinds of chants to help make this world more of a peaceful place. Now, I'm going to talk about chanting from my own experience, because if we really look at the truth of this world, there's been suffering ever since human beings appeared. So, does chanting really help create world peace? Maybe not from the outside. There's a teaching that says if you want to see world peace, the peace has to come from within. I'm not saying that chanting doesn't change anything, because I believe that everything we do or say has a natural result for this world. It's like if you take a pebble and throw it into a pond, the ripples go far and wide. I know when I'm holding anger or stress, I start to express it through my words and actions. And I see that I take it out onto my kids or my wife. I know when I'm driving and I express it, that it affects the people around me. So I really do believe that everything we do or say goes far and wide, and sometimes we don't even see it. I do know from my own experience with chanting meditation is that we can direct the energy that we are experiencing into the chanting. Because often the energy is trapped in our heads or in our chest. We can feel it. We're not balanced. We're not grounded. We're being pulled around by our own experience. So directing the energy into the chanting, we can become grounded and can digest the experience. So earlier I talked about the breathing technique to help you reduce intense anxiety or stress. Well, we also teach a simple breathing technique when we teach sitting meditation. So breathing in through your nose, you let your lower belly expand, and then when you breathe out, which is about twice as long, your lower belly falls. That means all your energy comes down and becomes balanced. So when you're chanting from your diaphragm area, so about 2 fingers below your belly button. You're really emphasizing the chanting through this point, and this can really make a big difference. There are many different chants and prayers that you can do depending on what tradition or religion you practice. I'm not sure that it's that important what you decide to chant, but I would like to share with you 2 chants that are important to me and why. 관세음 보살 관세음 보살 관세음 보살 관세음 보살 관세음 보살 관세음 보살 관세음보살 관세음보살 관세음보살. This chant is Kwan Seum Bosa chanting. It's the Korean name for Kuan Yin, the Bodhisattva of compassion. This chant always reminds me of the purpose of meditation practice. Kwan means perceive, Se means world, means sound, perceiving the sound of this world, hearing the cries of this world, the suffering, and waking up to the suffering, giving our lives to helping this world. 문존손 번외란 진자 보르생리juk 주삼계 전부로 준센 파지옥 제난 옴가라지아 사바 옴가라지아 사바 옴가라지아 사바 So this chanting meditation is very helpful, especially if you can't sit meditation. I know many people who are experiencing very intense thoughts and feelings, or maybe struggling with some mental condition, that sitting is not possible. So chanting can be a very wonderful option. I think the most important reason to chant is to understand our true self. Now, you may hear this and it may sound like some spiritual mumbo jumbo, and it is if we just keep it as an idea or belief. I remember once a student asked me, why do we do meditation? How can it really help this world? There are so many wars, injustices, poverty. And I agreed. That is true. Why do you think these things appear in this world? I asked the student. And the student said, well, that's because of greed, anger, power, control. I agreed. That sounds about right. So where do these things come from? Greed, anger, power. And he says, oh, well, that's because many human beings are selfish. They only think of themselves. It's because of ego. And then I said, aha, where does ego come from? And this really is a whole point of meditation. No matter what kind of meditation technique you do, and I find chanting meditation really gets to the root of suffering. So we can experience our true self, which means becoming a human being. I would like to share with you a teaching from Zen Master Sung Song about chanting. It's the foreword in our chanting book that we use in the Quantum School of Zen. What's important is to perceive the sound and become one with it, without separation, without making I and sound. At the moment of true perceiving, there is no thought, no separation, only perceiving sound. This is the crucial point. So during chanting time, perceive your own voice and the voice of others. Just perceive this bell or drum sound and cut off all thinking. Then your wisdom mind will grow, you will get enlightenment, and thus save all beings. This teaching is not just some pie in the sky spiritual idea or something that we should even believe in. It's something that we express from moment to moment in our own lives. All of the experiences, these human experiences, we can digest and experience compassion for ourselves and others, and something we can share with our children, our family, our loved ones, our neighbors, our city, our country, this whole world. Even if this whole world is spinning in chaos, we remain grounded and not lose sight of what it means to be a human being. I hope this video was helpful. You can let me know by liking this video, put a comment down below, maybe share this with someone. Also, if you have any practices that you do to help you digest this human experience that you can share with others, let us know down in the comments below. Okay, everyone, I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you very soon.